Hello.
Hello, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Very good. So, how's it going with you?
Doing good, Jason. How are you?
Very good. So, like that, we got Simon Daniels here of Autograph, and you're gonna be speaking about, the latest album coming out, November 18th, Beyond. And this is a great surprise, to see it released, and I love it.
Awesome. Yeah, we're excited too.
It's like that. When you got the single "This Ain't the Place I Want to Be," it's like where did you pick this one out, out of all the good stuff on it?
Basically, the it was Frontiers that chose that to, but actually, it was a good song. We wanted to tie it in with a tribute to Randy Rand, who passed away 4 months ago, and we were able to. I don't know if you saw the video, but the video is a tribute to him, and so there's an energy and there's an emotion in the song that not specifically in your face is tied in with the legacy that he left. And so the combination of that plus with the guitar intro uh, and the vibe of the song was a good bridge between the old style and the sound that we have right now, uh, going from one to another. So I would say that that's probably the reason. But if you ask me if there's a favorite song on the record, I wouldn't be able to tell you because this is a record that's very, very solid and there's not one filler. So I don't really know if what was the specific reason that they suggested that they picked, but we made it work.
Well, he certainly did make it work, and it's like that. It's the music video. I did happen to see it, and that too was very special. I mean, did you guys work on it yourself on this video with a production company to make the
Well,
clips?
we have a director that's friends. There is our friend Paul Gervasi, and he has done our other two videos that we had. We had an album came out in 2017 from the EMP label from David Ellison, and he and then so we had the name of the album was Get Off Your Ass, and so he did that video, and he did a video for another song called Every Generation. So we already knew each other and we worked very well together. So he basically had some of the ideas, and we all just kind of contributed, but it just really came alive on the at the set.
And Simon, let's say recording the album. How do you hold your memories on recording it now that Randy Rand is gone?
Memories,
Yeah.
uh, I mean, the memories that I have from first of all, the memories that I have from Randy are all uh, of a good, lifting, positive person. I cannot even remember in my head a flashback or anything of a sad face or an angry complaint. I mean, he was a very uplifting, funny, sarcastic, but always enjoying life kind of person, which inspired me a lot. So when I think of him, you know, I don't think. I don't think of him, and I don't. I feel the sadness of him not being here, but I feel the happiness of who he was, and my memories of the recording were all just so much fun. We had a lot of fun because it was very natural and very effortless, and we did it here in Los Angeles at the home of our drummer who engineered the album, and he has a studio. So we had the flexibility of time, and we were able to really have a great time doing this. So I have wonderful memories.
And Simon, I'm sure you're really proud of, continuing the legacy for Autograph. I mean, the
Mhm.
legacy goes from the 80s into today, and you're front man. That should be a good feeling.
Yes, I've been the frontman since 2013, especially because I was recruited by the three original members, Kenny Richards, Steve Lynch, and Randy Rand. At the time, the original singer, Steve Plunkett, he was approached before me, but he didn't want to do it. So it kind of fell on my lap. And since it was a band that I was a big fan of, and we all had the same circle of friends in the scene because we all come from the same time. I was also in bands in the 80s. They also saw me on YouTube, and I was also on a crew, so there was a lot of connections until I got the phone call, and then once we got together, it just clicked. Immediately, and there was no doubt about it. And we just, so let's reform the first idea was let's reform the band, but let's make it more current and a new kind of like a new chapter of it, but still the essence of it. We always wanted to keep the essence of it, which was the hooks, the harmonies, the big choruses, the riffs, and so on. So kind of that's I try to cover a little bit of what happened because it's a lot.
It is a lot. It's like that when you go and you're getting on this album. It's like it just keeps on getting, you know, not necessarily better. It's always great. I mean, it just keeps on going, and I think that's a great continuation for Autograph.
Well, it's legitimate and it is an extension because, like I said, it's not like this is it's like I came from being with them. The drummer who recruited me, unfortunately, he passed away, and the keyboard player, he had passed away 5 years prior to 2013 to this whole thing. So then Steve Lynch decided to leave the band in 2018 because he wanted to do instrumental music or whatever, more mature, and he had also a girl that he was working with, and he kind of lost interest, so he, against our desire, left. And then unfortunately Randy left us too because he was older, he had some health problems, but we didn't think this was going to happen like this. We were a really tight unit, and Randy was my best friend for the last 9 years. I mean, I used to talk to him every day. So to me, this is a void that he's leaving, way beyond just being a guy in the band. I miss the friend and the partner, and I feel a commitment to him. I mean, he did play incredibly well on this record. He loved the album. He told me several times this was his favorite lineup ever. And that's because we had such a fun time being together, and maybe that was because we were a little bit older and more mature, and had better priorities than you have when you're in your 20s. But the outcome of all this was a brotherhood, and it was So now this happened. The record is completed. Even the name of the album was picked by him.
Okay.
Because you would think, well, is this the name of the album, Beyond? Is this something that you guys came up with? Because no, this was picked by all of us, but specifically him. I love Beyond. This gives you the impression that we're taking it further and going into the future, and it's perfect. And then this just happened, and coincidentally, the name even works even more now.
And we see a star, with the logo following it and Beyond on the album cover. So I mean, that's a great looking album cover as well.
It is, and it has and it has the visuals and the vibe that ties in with everything else that was done before. He comes alive when you listen to the album, and I think it's precious, and I think that we're doing justice with the performances and promoting this album. This is really what he wanted. It's his legacy, So since we have really good feedback everywhere we go, and it was always like this with this formation, we just keep going on, and just we'll do the best that we can, bring the best of music that we can to the people, and represent him.
And represent your show. And just keep up the great work with Autograph. And it's like Beyond is a great looking album, and the sound quality is very good as well. So to match everything, it's great. Thumbs up review.
Yeah, like I said, our drummer who has a studio, an engineer with credits, with serious credits. So he has all the latest technology and everything, and then we've worked together. But I gotta just say that we recorded it very fast. There were 20 songs that were written within about 3 weeks, and then we recorded 15, and we picked 12.
Hmm.
But we had the flexibility and the time, and then we've been around, so we're getting take this first, second, third take. That's it. There's no agonizing in the studio. So it went really, really. The flow was fantastic, and just we felt the energy, we felt everything, flowing towards completing this, and then there was not much. There was a no brainer, and thank God we were able to do it.
And Simon's like that. When you look at one to two, three takes on making stuff, that's how the greats did it back in the day. And there's no frigging around, and it just worked.
Yeah, but it's like it's got to come from joy, and I mean, just like you said right now, if you listen to Jimi Hendrix or to other people from there, they didn't agonize in the studio. It's just they were first, second, third takes, and you, because you start agonizing too much, you lose the sincerity. You
Hmm.
start becoming, you know, singing well shouldn't become more important than translating the message and reaching people's hearts.
Totally agree. And it's like that. Um, I appreciate you, Daniel, Simon Daniels, to take the time and speaking with me today. Appreciate
My
it.
pleasure. My pleasure. Reach out anytime you want.
Absolutely. And you keep up the great work with Autograph. Love it.
Jason, thank you so much for your support. We really appreciate it.
All right. You have a great evening.
You too. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.